Welcome to the Phantom Radar Battalion, locking on to today's key events of August 8th, 2024. Let's dive into the most pressing global developments across different regions. In the Middle East, the situation remains highly volatile as Iran strengthens its military capabilities. Recent explosions at an airbase in eastern Syria, likely from Israel's airstrikes, have targeted key ammunition depots. This comes as Iran receives a significant boost in its defense, with Russia providing advanced S-400 missile defense systems. These systems, considered the best in the world, greatly enhance Iran's ability to counter any potential Israel strikes, signaling that Iran may be preparing for a substantial military response. The United States has issued a strong warning to Iran, cautioning that any major attacks against Israel could severely impact Iran's newly elected government and its economy. Despite these warnings, Iran is solidifying its alliance, with China and Russia reportedly ready to offer extensive military support. The conflict between Israel and Hamas continues, with no clear resolution in sight. Israel's tanks have engaged in heavy gunfire near a town in southern Gaza, following an airstrike in the same area that resulted in several casualties. The ongoing violence further complicates efforts towards peace. On the diplomatic front, President Biden, alongside leaders from Qatar and Egypt, have called for a final negotiation between Israel and Hamas to take place on August 15th. The goal is to finalize a deal that would address hostage situations and establish a ceasefire in Gaza. However, the continued hostilities cast doubt on whether these talks will be successful. The conflict in Syria is escalating, with a series of Israeli airstrikes hitting military targets in central Syria. These strikes have caused injury and damage to infrastructure. Additionally, a Syrian missile fired in response landed in northern Lebanon, raising tensions in the area. Meanwhile, Iran-backed militias have intensified their attacks on positions held by local forces in eastern Syria, adding to the region's instability. In Eastern Europe, the conflict between Ukraine and Russia remains fierce. Ukrainian forces have expanded their incursions into Russian territory, prompting some Russian officials to call for local evacuations. However, the situation on the ground remains fluid, with conflicting reports making it difficult to verify the full extent of the fighting. Russia's slow response to the Ukrainian advance has drawn criticism, with some seeing it as a reflection of outdated military strategies. While Ukraine's progress is expected to eventually be reversed, the conflict has already taken a heavy toll on both sides. On the home front, in the United States, Tropical Storm Debby is causing severe flooding in North and South Carolina, particularly in the coastal areas around Charleston. This natural disaster is occurring alongside growing concerns about Boeing's Starliner spacecraft, which has left 2 crew members stranded on the International Space Station due to technical failures. Discussions are ongoing about a possible evacuation using a SpaceX mission, but a resolution may not come until next year. That's all for today's briefing. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more news and insights. See you next time, and stay informed.